Hi, everyone. And welcome to my YouTube channel. I am here to tell you about the Florida panther. The Florida panther is a critically endangered subspecies of cougar that is found only in the southeastern United States, primarily in Florida. The Florida panther is a subspecies of cougar, Puma concolor, that is found only in the southeastern United States, primarily in Florida. It is a large cat, with males typically weighing between 60 and 100 pounds and females weighing between 40 and 80 pounds. The Florida panther is a solitary animal that hunts deer, raccoons, and other small mammals. The Florida panther is unique in a number of ways. It is the only cougar subspecies found in the eastern United States. It is also the most endangered cougar subspecies, with a population of only about 100 individuals. The Florida panther is also known for its distinctive black spots, which are thought to help it camouflage itself in the brush. Animals that could be compared to the Florida panther are the Iberian lynx, is another critically endangered cat species that is found in southern Europe. It is similar in size to the Florida panther and also faces threats from habitat loss and fragmentation. The Amur leopard is another critically endangered cat species that is found in eastern Russia and northeastern China. It is the smallest of the big cats and is also threatened by habitat loss and fragmentation. The Sumatran tiger is a critically endangered tiger subspecies that is found only on the island of Sumatra in Indonesia. It is the smallest of the tiger subspecies and is also threatened by habitat loss and fragmentation. The black jaguar is a melanistic subspecies of jaguar that is found in Central and South America. It is not as endangered as the Florida panther, but it is still threatened by habitat loss and hunting. The mountain lion is another large cat that is found in North America. It is not as endangered as the Florida panther, but it is still threatened by habitat loss and hunting. The Florida panther is fascinating for a number of reasons. It is a rare and endangered species that is facing a number of threats, including habitat loss, fragmentation, and roadkill. The Florida panther is also a successful predator that has adapted to living in a variety of habitats, including forests, swamps, and grasslands. We should protect the Florida panther, because it is a unique and important part of the ecosystem. The Florida panther helps to keep populations of deer and other small mammals in check. It is also a popular tourist attraction, which brings money into the state. Native plants provide food and shelter for the Florida panther. The panther's diet consists of deer, raccoons, and other small mammals. These animals find food and shelter in native plants, such as saw palmetto, scrub oak, and wild plum. Native plants help to restore the panther's habitat. The panther's habitat has been degraded by development, agriculture, and other human activities. Planting native plants can help to restore the habitat, and provide a more suitable place for the panther to live. Native plants help to reduce roadkill. Roadkill is a major threat to the Florida panther. When panthers cross roads, they are often hit by cars. Planting native plants along roadsides can help to reduce roadkill by providing a more natural barrier between the panthers and the roads. Saw palmetto. This plant is a major food source for the Florida panther. It also provides shelter for the panther and its prey. Wild plum. This plant provides food for the Florida panther and its prey. It also helps to attract pollinators, which are important for the health of the ecosystem. Bluestem grasses. These grasses provide food and shelter for the Florida panther. They also help to filter water and prevent flooding. Longleaf pine. This tree provides food and shelter for the Florida panther. It also helps to prevent wildfires. The Florida panther was brought back from the brink of extinction through a number of conservation efforts. These efforts included: designating protected areas for the Florida panther is one of the most important conservation efforts that have been undertaken to protect this species. Protected areas provide a safe haven for the Florida panther where they can breed, raise their young, and find food. The Florida panther was once found throughout the southeastern United States, but its range has been reduced to a small area of Florida due to habitat loss and fragmentation. In 1973, the Florida panther was listed as an endangered species under the Endangered Species Act. This designation required the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to develop a recovery plan for the species. One of the key components of the recovery plan was to designate protected areas for the Florida panther. In 1989, the Florida Panther National Wildlife Refuge was established. This refuge includes over 220,000 acres of land that is protected for the Florida panther. In addition to the Florida Panther National Wildlife Refuge, there are a number of other protected areas that are important for the Florida panther. These include the Big Cypress National Preserve, the Everglades National Park, and the Picayune Strand State Forest. Protected areas are essential for the survival of the Florida panther. They provide a safe place for the panthers to live and raise their young. They also help to connect different panther populations, which is important for genetic diversity. Reintroducing captive-bred Florida panthers into the wild is another important conservation effort that has been undertaken to protect this species. Captive-bred panthers can be used to increase the genetic diversity of the wild population and to help to offset the effects of inbreeding. The first captive breeding program for the Florida panther was established in 1995. This program was successful in breeding a number of panthers, and some of these panthers were released into the wild. In 2009, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, FWC, began a new captive breeding program. This program is more comprehensive than the previous program and includes a number of new technologies and techniques. The FWC has released over 50 panthers from this program into the wild. Reintroducing captive-bred panthers into the wild is a complex and challenging process. The panthers need to be carefully selected and prepared for release. They also need to be monitored closely after they are released to make sure that they are adapting well to the wild. Reducing roadkill by building underpasses and overpasses for the Florida panther. Educating the public about the Florida panther and the importance of conservation. These conservation efforts have been successful in increasing the population of the Florida panther. However, the Florida panther is still a critically endangered species and more work needs to be done to protect it. The Florida panther is a unique and endangered species that faces a number of threats. However, there are a number of conservation efforts underway to protect the panther and ensure its survival. These efforts include designating protected areas, reintroducing captive-bred panthers into the wild, and reducing roadkill. We can all play a role in conserving the Florida panther. By learning about the species and the threats it faces, we can make informed decisions about how to help. We can also support organizations that are working to conserve the panther. Together, we can ensure that the Florida panther survives for generations to come. The Florida panther is a symbol of Florida's natural heritage. The conservation of the Florida panther is important for the overall health of the ecosystem. There are a number of things that individuals can do to help conserve the Florida panther, such as driving carefully in areas where panthers are known to live. Avoiding using pesticides that can harm the panther's prey, and supporting organizations that are working to conserve the panther. By working together, we can protect the Florida panther and ensure that it survives for generations to come. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos about fascinating animals and their natural characteristics.